Hi guys, welcome back to Josie's Jubilee. Today I'm going to be repotting my Mother's Day flowers. Most people get bouquets for Mother's Day. I get whole plants. These were on the clearance rack at Walmart, and my grandma brought them to me. She's like, here, you could save these. They were absolutely flooded. They were drowned with water, and their pots are too small, so we're going to repot them. What I've got here, this was a protein powder container. And I just peeled the label off and cut the top off. Drilled some holes in the bottom. As you can see the 4 little holes here for drainage. And what I'm going to do, because I don't need quite this big of a pot, I've got these plastic bottles that I just cut the tops off of. And I'm going to sit them down in here in the bottom. And that's going to take up some of our space so we don't use quite as much dirt, but it's still going to give our roots plenty of room to grow. So we just take that and start filling her with dirt. And this is the fun part. I like playing in the dirt. The dirt just makes me happy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push this down around my water bottles. So you want to, fill in your cracks and stuff. Get it down in there. And if you're using bag dirt like this, if you get any big chunks, you definitely want to just kind of crumble those up. But you don't want to leave the big chunks in. Depending on what kind of soil you get, sometimes it's got like pieces of wood and mulch and other stuff like that in it. I just get the all natural, nothing added, really cheap, dollar store plant stuff, potting soil. Just regular old dirt, pretty much. Okay, now that I've got this about 2/3 of the way full, I'm going to set our plant here. And what I want it to do, I want it to sit there, not quite all the way at the very top. I want it to sit a little bit lower than the rim. That way it can grow up and out of it. And it looks like we've got that about right. So what I'll do, so I'm going to put us another pot of dirt in there. We'll go one more. I'm going to kind of press this down a little bit. Not firmly, just because when you put water in it, it'll compress the soil anyway. But I just want to make sure we got any holes filled in and kind of get it in there good. And now this top one, I'm going to leave this layer real loose. And I'm going to push it over kind of to the edges. And here we go. What you want to do is I'll just kind of give the plastic a little squeeze all the way around. Just kind of loosen it from the pot. And you want your soil moist. Like if this is real dry, it will crumble. If it's real wet, it'll just be one big sticky clump. So I prefer mine damp. Like I watered these yesterday or day before. See how it comes out of the pot all nice and neat. Yeah, she's got good healthy roots. It doesn't look like there's any signs of root rot or anything. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of just loosen this so I don't make a big mess. I'm just going to kind of loosen this. You don't want to really pull it apart or, do anything that's going to really damage the roots. So I'm just loosening it up so it realizes it has room to grow now. And I'm just going to set it right there in the middle. And now that first loose layer, what I like to do is I'm going to push it up around the base there. And then we'll fill in the dirt. This really isn't that hard to, repot plants or, as long as you've got the internet or kind of know what you're doing, gardening is really a simple, and it can be a fairly cheap hobby. Right now I'm experimenting, you keep seeing all the gross stuff from the grocery store on the internet, and so I'm experimenting with some of those. Garlic I had really good luck with. If you guys have kept up with my videos or my pictures, I'm going to put up a picture later, a comparison, I've got garlic that I put in the dirt at the same time as the garlic I put in the water and germinated. And you can see the crazy difference. And so I got some bell peppers, orange, yellow, green, and red. Because believe it or not, they're different plants. They're not all just the same thing with different colors. And then I got some strawberries that I'm going to try to germinate and grow and see what we can get out of them. Back to our roses here. You just want to keep on filling in your dirt. So you got it nice and topped off there. And again, you want to kind of push it down a little bit, but not firmly. You don't want to push it down too firm because you want to give the roots, you know, space to grow and spread out. And there we have it, guys. Actually, I'm going to put a smidge more dirt in there because when I water it, it's going to compact down some. So obviously, you guys look over my completely unscripted, just sort of rambling as I show you all this. If you haven't noticed, I'm not real comfortable in front of the camera. And I'm doing this by myself with just my crappy camera phone, so I don't have no professional equipment, no ring lights, no makeup, no filters. It's all just Josie. That's what you get. And there we have it. Beautifully transplanted rose. And much like everything in my life, of course, I didn't get it perfectly centered. I can't get anything quite perfect. But she's good enough to grow. And now I'm not going to water it here. I'm going to take her where she's going to be in the windowsill. And then I'll put water on there. But when you transplant them, you definitely want to water your plants right away. When you transplant them, that way they get a good solid foundation. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Josie's Jubilee. I'll make another update video so you can see our other garden. Our sunflowers are going crazy. Bye, guys.